Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the old world. We're back with a rare sighting here of a land battle. It's going to be Warriors of Chaos versus the Skaven, Prince Sigvald against Skrolk, and look at that, we do have a GHORITCH. And I haven't seen GHORITCH in a long time. I mean, in theory, I remember back in the day when we first got the Skaven DLC, Warriors of Chaos were actually pretty strong at that point. They were making a bit of a comeback around the time of the World Championship, and yeah, we're very, very, popular. With a very solid win rate, I think it was like 55 or 56%. This is before all their updates, right? And Sigvald is one of the big factors, because he's such a raid boss in land battle. You eventually have to deal with him, right? He's got regeneration, super tanky, pretty much unbreakable leadership, and it's just a nightmare for Skaven to kill. So one of the theories I had was like, okay, what do Skaven have that can actually go fisticuffs with Sigvald? And GHORITCH was one of the things that on paper you think should be able to, but pretty much in all my practical applications of using GHORITCH against Sigvald, it just didn't work out. Like, Sigvald always kicked his butt despite the stats and just like how beastly he is. I felt like GHORITCH, his animations were just always missing, and yeah, it was wild stuff for sure. So coming up here, we do have a front line of Clan Rats. It's going to be Clan Rats into the sunset, backed up by Poison Wing Globes. Globes are amazing, obviously. You just want to be crushing any of those elite Chaos Infantry because your basic troops, like your Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves, aren't going to be able to hold up to Chaos. So in both Domination and Land Battle, Poison Wing Globes are basically your best answer for these tools. Now, what the Chaos players typically do is they just send Sigvald in and just use him as a heat-seeking missile to shut down whatever he can, right? So he moves in, sits on top of any sort of weapons teams and causes problems. So in the back, we do have Spawn and Marauder. Spawn are very good against Skaven. Good mass, unbreakable. They can push through, they defeat Rat Ogres, and are just very, very nasty, but a little bit vulnerable to like slingers and things like that. On the sides, we do have Horsemen. Obviously, Horsemen are stable. They're very strong, one of the most cost-effective units in the games. And we will see how it goes. So Globadier Fire getting into the Marauders. Not Globadier, but the Avalanche Mortar, so that's pretty cool. Nailing into those Marauders on the ground, as Prince Sigvald is going to be moving up, and it looks like he's going to be getting hit by some Globe Fire, but he doesn't care about this. His mass isn't bad either. Let's see. Yeah, I guess it's not that great. 1200 mass, and now Big Daddy GHORITCH is coming in with the Warp Frenzy, baby. He's going to be dropping some big shots here, and Sigvald getting the atomic uppercut there, so you can see that big, big shot going down. Fight continues to rumble on. Let's just kind of sit and watch. We have the 360 spin no-scope attack. And Sigvald's actually getting his butt kicked, probably because of Warp Frenzy being active. Once that wears off, I think Sigvald will start to stabilize in that fight. And Globadier Fire really doing nasty work into the front line of Marauders. And same thing on the other side as well. So these Marauders are getting their bread buttered. And it looks like in the back, Chaos is going to be collapsing in. A lot of Horsemen and the OP Hellstriders in the back. So obviously Hellstriders will annihilate Rat Ogres in head-to-head combat. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister, but it was. And Sigvald's actually getting smashed. Man, look at that. We do have Evisceration going down, so it looks like that makes it so he can't move or something. Let's see. I have to read these abilities. Okay, so it does AoE damage and he's not able to move. Understood. Manticore getting caught in a Howling Warp Gale, I think, or no? Looks like Rod of Corruption from Lord Skrolk, and that was a really good one, actually, because it hits the entire backfield. So all the Hellstriders and all these different units do get buckled pretty heavily. In the meantime, Blight Scab's Plague Pack, I really do like this pick as well. If anything gets through your front line, it's the Skaven. These things are a great hammer because they break leadership and they hit very, very hard. You don't want them taking shock damage, though, right? They're certainly not in that territory. So over here we get more Globadier Fire. Globadier Fire is getting into the Hellstriders, and it's got to be good. I mean, not too many great targets for the Hellstriders. I think the Hellscourge variant might be a little bit stronger here, but with the prevalence of Rat Ogres, I can see why these are popular. Now, Prince Sigvald down here in the pits once again. This is what everyone in chat is here for. I want to see GHORITCH versus Sigvald, and Sigvald's on the run, so man, the theory crafting we talked about in the beginning seems to be pretty pertinent. I don't know if GHORITCH got a makeover in Warhammer 3 with his attack animations, but overall he seems to be doing very well. So Chaos Sorcerer Fire getting his butt kicked now as well, and Balance of Power still in the favor of Skaven a little bit. Yeah, Chaos Army is kind of getting smashed, but Sigvald does have healing, and now we have the Marauder Horsemen able to clean up the flanks of these Skaven Slaves, and they look to be piling into melee. Uh-oh, GHORITCH, you're in trouble, because these Horsemen can actually throw their ranged attacks in melee, so they can all just basically snipe GHORITCH here if he's not careful. Let's go ahead and watch the HP, because I feel like that could be a big deciding factor, because if GHORITCH dies and Sigvald lives, that's going to be pretty rough. It looks like there is a Searing Doom going down in the back. We got Spawn versus Rat Ogres, and Rat Ogres seem to be doing okay with a little bit of support. Clan Rat and some Shanks kind of backing them up, and Lord Skrolk is here chilling in the middle as well. Usually Skrolk is always hunted in this matchup as well. You'll see Manticores and things like that go after him, but did GHORITCH die? Okay, GHORITCH is still here, I think. Yeah, he's holding on. He's shaking, but if he gets broken, most likely going to get chased off. But it looks like the Skaven were able to repel the Marauder Horseman Horde. They weren't able to get the snipe off. Now, I think what the Chaos player maybe didn't do was put all the Horsemen in guard mode and have them give their forced attack animations into GHORITCH. That maybe would have been able to kill him. But obviously, Horsemen in melee versus Spears and Ogres isn't going to be the best fight in the world for them. Now, Skrulk Daddy getting attacked by the Manticore, but GHORITCH is coming in to help, and the Plague Monks, the Censer Bearers, are nearby, which is going to be a really tough bastion to break, and honestly, they might be able to put some hurt on Sigvald. We do get some Forsaken moving in, but Forsaken should be theoretically hard countered by both Rat Ogres as well as the Blightscab's Plague Pack. They have huge armor piercing, their leadership's going to get tanked by 10, and yeah, they're not going to be having a good time there. So the Skaven have a nice little last stand in this pocket. Over on the side, just kind of a insignificant fight, Clan Rats versus Marauders. Really, this is the epicenter of combat. A lot of Horsemen have come back, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those Horsemen going to be coming in, looking to give some problems to GHORITCH, I would imagine. He's going to be the big issue. And, you know, your boy Prince Sigvald is coming back, and he's healing. His healing's pretty good with the Auric Armor. It's 0.20, so that's a decent quality heal. He's going to be healing, you know, 1% of his HP every 5 seconds, and that can certainly add up. GHORITCH going to be going in for the kill. We do have the Rat Ogres on the hunch. GHORITCH is getting that charge, but he does not have healing, and Sigvald might actually have gotten him to an attainable stage. And if Sigvald's able to live, I guess this Skaven army has other tools as well. I mean, Skrulk isn't a slouch in combat, and the Blight Scabs do have 59 models left, so maybe they're going to be able to do something. Some loose Globadier fire throwing across the map. Going to be going after the Marauder Horsemen on the wings who are trying to get in and help. Really good call to screen them out. And it looks like the Rats are kind of devolving into their Rat Pack, which is pretty common. Although a big terror route could come in from the Manticore. Manticores do cause terror and could be helpful in buckling a lot of the Skaven troops. Uh-oh, huge Burning Head going to be coming in. Might be able to hit the Rats, and it looks like they just barely kind of dodged that one. It does hit part of the formation and will be discouraging their leadership. But overall, it did miss the big chunk of like Skaven units there. Although they still got hit like on the tip of it, which was enough to break their leadership. And the Marauder Horsemen have now gotten that concave fire. And if GHORITCH dies here, I can totally see Sigvald is carrying this game. I mean, he is unholy. Sigvald, with a bunch of Marauder Horsemen who still have a ton of ammo and Hellstriders around the battlefield cycle charging, man, I think the Skaven are starting to lose this game. Just a testament to how insane Chaos is with this update. And GHORITCH is broken, and that could potentially be game blouses. Prince Sigvald, I think, is going to whoop Skrulk's butt here. I mean, even in his very beleaguered state, Skrulk does not have good armor piercing. So Sigvald's 110 armor will mitigate a lot of that. Now we got Marauders coming in, and now that, you know, Chaos has full battlefield dominance in terms of mobility, we got Hellstriders chasing. I mean, I think that's probably going to be it. We can do a little bit of fast forwarding here and see, but yeah, Skaven have nothing left. Like, it's just Skrulk versus the world, and he probably has some summons in his back pocket, but Skrulk could probably be killed simply by being surrounded by Marauder Horsemen. This is obviously a summon, which is going to be disappearing, and you could just kite it out. Sigvald kind of getting a little bit smashed here by Skrulk Daddy. Oh, I think it's because of the Censer Bearers that were there. Okay, so the Censer Bearers doing it. No way! How did Sigvald die there? Oh man, he should have pulled in the Horsemen a little bit quicker, but easier said than done. Oh my god, could this be the dreaded comeback? It looks like Chaos is looking a little bit beleaguered across the battlefield here. You can see the Chaos Sorcerer of Fire going to be drifting across, 615, -5 leadership. He certainly needs to come back. Couple Spawn, Forsaken moving in. How much ammo do we have on the Horsemen? I mean, there's a fair amount of ammo, right? Like, I feel like cycle charging and proper ammunition usage, because here's the thing. The Chaos player, I assume this is a tournament game. He could probably be playing the tournament rules just by attacking with one Horseman and baiting out Skrulk summons with charges. And are these actual Clan Rats? No, these are summons. Okay, we do have some actual Clan Rats here. So the Chaos player is going to want to, like, just go after these guys, right? Just get his Horsemen, go in and hammer those guys down. We'll see what he ends up doing. But nonetheless, the Skaven slaves are on the hunt, and the Blightscab's Plague Pack is just wavering due to existing. It looks like a couple Marauders are going to get in there, and they're going to get absolutely smashed most likely by the Plague Pack. Where's the Plague Pack? Yeah, they're still here, 19 models, only 22 leadership. And here we do have the Marauders with Great Weapons now fighting Rat Ogres. The Marauder Horsemen need to be nearby. Like, these guys need to be busy. A little bit of a blunder by the Chaos player. He's kind of like sitting a little bit far back. He could be using them to pick off the Rat Ogres. Forsaken getting into Skrulk Daddy. And now it's basically Skrulk and the Plague Pack here. If you break the Plague Pack, Skrulk might have Rod of Corruption action. But the thing is, you could probably surround him with the Hellstriders of Slaanesh. Just use all of your existing ammunition and try and damage him, and obviously target him with infantry and cycle charge him. And yeah, the Chaos Sorcerer's back probably does not have Fireball, actually. Interesting. But just being near Skrulk is going to be, you know, pretty rough on his leadership. So, I mean, I think with proper play, the Chaos player should win this game. But obviously there could be some issues with execution. But Hellstriders are ITP, not that it matters here, but they also are just super sticky to get rid of. And again, ammunition's just getting in, Skrulk's getting it fully surrounded, and that should be the end of the Rat. Oh my god, the Rod of Corruption, Jesus! Oh my god, I was so wrong. Holy shit, he still had it. Oh my god, and the Manticore is coming back. Horseman getting in there, like one Manticore charge in the back with the Hellstriders, like Skrulk probably folds like a piece of paper. Like, he's being a little bit too conservative with that Manticore character. Yeah, you got to get in there and get Skrulk. Oh my god, and he gets him. Chaos wins the game. I figured that would happen, but oh my god, I thought I was almost wrong. GG, well played. That was a fun match. Certainly enjoyed that one. Crazy back and forth. GHORITCH was pretty chad. 2,700 value on him, so I don't know. Yeah, not bad. Maybe there's a little bit of tech with GHORITCH. Maybe yield domination players need to bring in the big Rat against Chaos, although they basically just bring Be'lakor, and Be'lakor will kill him easily. So, something to think about. GG, well played. It was also cool seeing a Chaos build. I mean, yes, the Hellstriders were used, but, you know, it wasn't Bellicor, which was kind of fun to see, because he's just so broken. GG, well played. We'll see you guys next time. Blight Scabs at only 800 value, actually. GHORITCH carried, and Scroll Daddy also did very well. Pretty fun stuff. Let me know if you guys want to see more land battles, and we'll do it. GG, well played.